Maternity photoshoot takes unexpected turns of events. One can never have a dull day at the beach. You get to rejoice in the rays of sunshine and the play in the sand. This couple, a wife in her last pregnancy month with her husband, were ones to enjoy such scenery as they wanted to capture some memorable maternity shots. But when the husband, Dan, was setting up to click some photos of the wife, something unbelievable took place right before their eyes. As they looked towards the sea, the two of them were awestruck. Since they had picked the beach to be the place of the maternity photoshoot, they wanted to set a location first. Their first try took place all the way at Atlantic Beach. They had heard of the beauty of the beach and clarity of its water, but since they had not been there before, they were unaware of the weather changes. A thunderstorm welcomed them when they got to the beach. It is common knowledge that good photography heavily depends on good lighting. A thunderstorm would definitely cause a major problem. After the storm did not clear up, Dan and Angeline decided to head back home. They made up their mind and agreed to go back to the beach some other time, but the sea has its own say in this. Dan already had a vision, and he had to find a way to make it come to life, to remember his wife in her glorious pregnant state. He wanted to finish the maternity shoot before it was too late, so he and wife Angeline left on a sunny Saturday afternoon to go to the beach once more. When they reached the beach, the surf was prime and the waves in the sea were in full force. Angeline did not think much of this, and she entered the water without fear. When she actually went inside the water, since was heavily pregnant and was in a sluggish condition, it proved to be a huge mistake. When she went wading in the water, Angeline did not expect to have an encounter with anything. She was ready to pose for her cheerful husband, who patiently waited for her, camera in hand. But soon, from across the distance, a figure started to appear from the water. Something was roaming in the same water she was in, and she was about to find out what it was. The beach was in a chaotic state. Some people intrigued by the ominous being, while others were absolutely terrified of it. The beach was divided into some excitedly cheering while some ran for their lives. Dan was not sure which party to join, but Angeline was caught in the midst of all this madness. She was pregnant, and she could barely make a move even if she wanted to. It was a fortunate thing, because Angeline was already on the shoreline right before disaster struck the beach. The couple wanted to have the perfect shot and took advantage of the scenic beauty of the beach. However, when they moved closer to the water to get some more shots, Dan was holding his camera to his eye, stunned in disbelief. There was a large, ominous creature behind his wife, and he was unsure what to do. And just then, the creature made a move towards his wife. The creature was coming in full speed towards the shore where Angeline was standing. Dan's immediate thoughts were of all the shark warnings that he had decided to dodge before they went to the beach again for the shoot. The dark creature was like a bullet in the water. He watched the creature as it got even closer to his pregnant wife. Then suddenly it came out of the water. As Dan was just focusing on getting a magnificent shot of his pregnant wife, his attention was immediately drawn towards the sea creature, who was obviously coming towards his wife. Then, when he least expected it, the creature arced out from the water to reveal what it was. The creature that had finally decided to emerge from the water was, in fact, a dolphin. Since we all know that dolphins are quite agile and restless, it proved to be a challenge to get it in the frame using his camera. Dan, however, did not want to lose hope. The photo was going to prove to be priceless if he managed to click a nice one. The dolphin then disappeared, only to jump out one last time. When Dan realized that his camera had the burst setting, he hurried to set it. The only thing that Dan could do now was to wait for the dolphin to make an appearance once more. The dolphin, if placed in the frame, would help to make the shot perfect, but there was no sign of any dolphins when the setting was changed. Then a sudden burst followed. The dolphin made a sudden burst in the air, and using the burst option, Dan was able to immortalize the scene. Angeline did not see the amazing arch dive that the dolphin showcased at that moment. She dazed off a bit, perks of being in her third pregnancy trimester. Even though Angeline was not able to see that dolphin do its trick, it did not end up in a total loss. The moment was captured on film by her loving husband. Dan was eager to see what the burst feature had captured. So when Dan opened the image on his camera, his heart was delighted to see that he was able to capture dazzling photographs. The final shot was one with the dolphin jumping in the midair with his dear wife perfectly posing on the side. Her belly faced the dolphin while the wind blew her cascading hair to make for a brilliant photograph. When Dan posted the photos online, people were amazed with what the amateur photographer had taken. The incredible incident was celebrated by so many people around the world. The image went viral and became a favorite of all those who got the chance to see it. The couple welcomed a very healthy baby boy in a matter of just a few months. The Moser couple was now known as the Moser Trio. Little Courtland Thomas Moser was born, a blessing and blast. Here are a few ideas for expecting moms looking to have unique and glamorous maternity photos that will definitely spot out. Brielle O'Neill was 29 weeks pregnant when she shot this photo in her own house in a milk bath with flowers. She explains, "When the tub was about 2/3 full, I got into the bath and my photographer started positioning the flowers around me. From there it was all fun." The great thing about milk baths is the ability to create something unique and personal. I was able to choose the colors and flowers I loved. The blue orchids were a personal touch to me because they were my wedding flowers. If you make a pregnant woman wear a flowing dress with a tail, you are sure to have a magnificent maternity photograph. Annette Palmer was about 40 weeks pregnant when she shot this in Melbourne. I had stalks of wheat poking me in all sorts of places, but when I got these photos back, I very nearly cried. I felt beautiful, she revealed. To get the flying dress, my sister threw the material up and quickly got out of the way. There may have been a little photoshopping too. This cute belly art was done by Karina McLean when she was 34 weeks pregnant. I had been following her work online for a while and knew it was something I always wanted to do, she stated. For my first baby, we didn't know the sex, but for my second baby, we did. Carrion came up with the designs each time. Each piece took around 4 to 6 hours to complete, and I was sitting down during the process. With frequent breaks, of course. Getting your belly painted feels amazing. I'd even fell asleep a couple of times. In case you want a majestic photo, be sure to make use of a country backdrop for maternity photos. Courtney Trotter made use of such a backdrop for her maternity photo shoot. We just love the country lifestyle and wanted our photos to reflect this. We lined up boots to represent each of our current family members and my husband, and I stood in the background, she confessed. These are 2 shots joined together. One is of Kirsty pregnant while the other is one of her, carrying her child on her belly. I was 34 weeks pregnant with my second baby, and the mirror image with my daughter on my tummy was of her newborn shoot around 10 days old, she added. It wasn't a difficult pose, just a tad challenging with her as she was awake at that point in the shoot. I love how simple it is with the black background, though, so I'm glad we went that way.